there, welcome. My name is Becky Vanderpool. I'm the Senior Manager with Park Connections at the Metro Parks of Butler County. Today I'm at Rentschler Forest, Reichert Road area to share some things that you might find when you're on the trail here at the park.
And I'm Lynn White. I'm with Butler Soil and Water Conservation District.
So today, Lynn, can you tell us what we're going to learn about some things that might pertain to the life cycle or food chains?
So we're going to have a look at a log that's here just next to the trail. We're going to roll it over and see what kind of animals we can find that live under there. When we're looking at food chains, you have to start with the very, very basics of plants. So we're going to see what kind of animals are eating this dead tree, which is a big dead plant.
What do we see under there? Anything today?
There's all sorts of fungus under there, but I'm not seeing any animals crawling around. We might have to look underneath another log. And that's the thing, you're not always successful the first time. But if you roll a log, always make sure you roll it back down the way it was beforehand, because maybe there is something teeny tiny that I'm not seeing. Now there are some holes which tell me that animals have been living under here. Maybe they're way deep down in the holes, but I'm not going to dig in there. I'm not going to disturb their home like that. This is disturbing it enough.
What kind of animals would be living in holes like that, Lynn?
You sometimes get things like salamanders under logs. Occasionally you get snakes under logs. All I'm seeing is one little teeny tiny guy that's crawling around, but he's very, very hard to see. He just looks like a tiny beetle that is under there.
Okay.
But we might have to look for another log.
Well, if we roll it back down gently, it'll be there and available for somebody else to live in another day.
Yeah, but this fungus is kind of cool, the pattern it's made on there.
It is cool. So here we came across another dead log just off the side of the trail. Let's see what we find when Lynn rolls it this time.
Yeah, and if you look at it before we roll it, it's got lots of tiny little holes in it where animals have been burrowing in there and having a feast. And there looks to be a tiny animal in that hole there, but I can't tell what it is. I can just see the sun hitting off of it. And there's a few ants crawling on here. So let me roll and we'll see who's underneath, if anything. There's a big millipede. So there's a millipede here next to my finger. And millipedes are herbivores. They eat plant material.
I see him moving.
What else is there? That might be it for this log. Oh, and there's a worm. Can't forget about the worms. There's actually 2 worms there. But yeah, so if you have a look under a log and see what kind of things that you can find, you can look up to see if those animals are things that eat plants or if they eat other animals. Because having millipedes and worms here are food for other animals to come along and eat them. So you can find all sorts of different animals that are going to be found around dead logs because they're either feasting on the log itself or they're feasting on those animals that are eating the log.
Very cool. There's lots to learn, isn't there?
Yeah. So I'm going to put this back the way it came to make sure that I've protected their home. We want to turn it back down gently. There we go.
Yep.
So we've already turned over a log to see what we could find under it. This time we've turned over a big rock. You can see there's roly-polies crawling all over it. So these little guys are really good at helping to break down dead plants and dead animals. But we also have something else in here which is amazing. We have a spider in this hole and it looks like she has got eggs. You see the white thing that's underneath her? It looks like an egg case. And I'm not going to get any closer to disturb her to find out if it is for sure or not. But all you have to do is turn over logs, turn over rocks. It's amazing the things that you'll find. Try and connect them together to figure out how they fit together in the food chain. So if we start with the plant, we've got the roly-polies on there eating the plants. What do you think would eat the roly-polies?
So thank you for joining us today here